South Ghana Conference President. See a big boom. Eba Pascal, Thierry.
Edeba Sabbath morning service. Ye babe ko yen chirichiri network no pretty bad. I have the indication at my end here. So I'm not going to depend on the network. I'll proceed with the stream. And if anything, I'll just put the backup tape on the internet for you. The decide say Afi and Waba be joining na the Makwaba Ediba Jumedi so. Mediane also for Ben. Pathway to Heaven International Church. Omodiane for Bible no na yinkusuya ade kakra. I know you may complain of the network, me who say enye wo hakra. But we shall stream anyway. If anything, there will be a replay of the lesson. Check with your time, 36 after the hour 9 this morning, Ghana time. All right, Yamompaye na yense yadisunya no ase. Esan say Abre Ekoyi. I was just waiting for the network to respond, but still no. Nietia netie entino. Yebeko so nesunya yadie. Sutras in the Mompai. Yada was say Onyamitum for say an open so adom akaye ho na oma yababi shiem say ebusunya kese baako yishiemu say ya yintumi nka ya no ntum obra yemfa wo na ase ema isan say ose na ofata anopai Bijai yadisuye nyina ediba wonim utumfu nyankopon. Mempai boni se obenam mimu na wakyerɛkyerɛ wo mai. Esan se edaboni bi edaho etwen iwiase. Bonsam ama erefi abore nipa bebree. They are not able to discern the times in which we find ourselves. But mempai boni se at this point, Obama may ehunu say, and in Yanye Kesi be there is a great revelation awaiting us. And until say a bobo and who see na yetumi eye ye kra no nkwaje dwuma na ankokachi amfama yen. Eno ho nkomonia disua na anopa wie nwumri ye babeye. Me Bible ni say obedi anim kan no ma yenti ase honhom. Bi adwene nim onkonkro a otimi mu na okaye ho bo amachifo ne mahwefo nyina na wontumi nyina pintin ewugidi mu na wotumi ene obonefo no ene ede no adiesie ani Satan agina tuo bia wahyehye nimfidia wesunsum distractions ahodo sene beya ankasemu yi entumi reche a vital land no the bomba yisi ne kwan ewu Jesus Christ ne mu se ahomoni nyina emre ho ase ebra menne enam emframa mu yi da se ye de enkyerɛkyerɛ ne yade sua ne nyina ba na wiye na wo mahu ne yɛda wo ne mu a yetumi ede na ase kese ama wo se obi be ye yiraba de Kristo manempare no yawe wenum nyina mobo asemiwie madwuma watwero wudin ede aka me ho isan se weinum ene ya aso ede tie wo nsem Bua won no ntumi hwe wo ho so yi asetena mu. Kopem se obeba ma yetoso mienu. Wo Yesu Kristo de munti. Amen. All right, yedin komo. Like I said earlier, no network, no, it's not in good shape, but we cannot afford to lose the day. As I say, Yisunya day, so it's better for me to proceed anyway, and then we can watch it later on YouTube or on Facebook Premiere. And no more no bema a smooth flow. Enti for Bible no na yentoa ya disunya ne so yedru the sixth trumpet abenya etoso ensia semo behwa efri afasha hodo a onyankopon living here we edisi wo se ne ma enye as a memorial. The first four no yesuya di hunu say it was about the first coming of Christ. And then the last three no about the second coming of Christ. Into your first mako 7 no. The first four no the first coming of Christ. And then the last three no the second coming of Christ. Now first ye kind on the last three no the feast of trumpet totrobento saying. Enti enwa be here say na sa afase no yehunie ejina homa na totrobento sen no afase odisi o se enye kokobo emfama atiasefo sene beya Yesu Kristo ne maye toso mienu no it won't take you on hours. Enti meshase echirichirim ede okọ Bible num ema ohu ne aben no ejina homa aben ni ejina homa warnings. It's like ye call oku na ye blow horns. Every horn that is blown no a signal of something about to happen. And before the coming of Christ, or before we shall see the sign of the Son of Man in the skies, according to Matthew 24 verse 29 to 31, there will be a sound or a blast of a trumpet so loud that asase no so tefo nyina ehon bepopo. And that additional edin bedrew the 7 trumpets in the book of Revelation 8, 9, 10 and then 11. And on yabobo soa ni ababedru the very 6th trumpet. The first trumpet was an attack on vegetation. The second trumpet was an attack on the commerce, businesses, so so commerce will be breaking up. When I say commerce, commercial businesses, all right, like shipping of goods and services on the sea, air cargo, all of that will be attacked. Into bedroom baby, the senior comes no. Okay, say won't to mean talk na won't to mean tongue. And I told you say the mark of the beast, yes, 666, no, it's doctrinal. Na that doctrine no ena ama nipa bebre every Kristo enchen na omakwa kodi Satan afa eti dodo na already no they have the mark of the beast. And then the third trumpet attacked our fresh waters and source of life, and the fourth trumpet no attacking the firmament, the signs. And the fifth trumpet, when it sounded, ye will say into me, which of course was metaphorical. And and maybe they are demons dressed in the armor of a warrior. Your mom say those who did not have the seal of God, you know. Omumrana omumet tormenting for 5 months. And a honum near the additional AC and some other issues came up. A year assumed the wedding ring, heaven and hell issue, no, which all of them connected our salvation. So we needed to address those issues as well. And don't you know, you drew the 6th trumpet. Na for Bible no ne yankoken kan na fi yenchirim na yenhunu niye eba ababesi after ntutu meno ebosumi num no a omo mo kwan se omo mfa ha enipa from the ebununum no. Eti yako Revelation chapter number 9 verse number 13 anope ebesua de kakra ntino omodia se obema o Bible no notebooks no aben Yohane edisem no eti a eye edumiensa ninchichemu a eti eye nan enkron ninchichemu eye edumiensa no yehwe onyankopon asem ewo honum. Revelation 9:13 Chotrobento a etoso ensia ose na obofo a otoso ensia no esen ne chotrobento na mete enibi a efri sika aforemuchia a esi onyankopon anim no emen enanumu na eka kire obofo a otoso ensia a owo chotrobento no se sane abofo ba nan a wasesa won esubonten kese Euphrates hono na wasane abofo ba nan a wasiesi won ama edon ene eda ene busome ene afe no se won kunkum enipa nchichemu miensamu baako na mete se edom a wotete aponkoso no anusi opi du ahoduo opi eduonu. That means 200 million. Opi du 10,000. Ahoduo opi eduonu. Ahoduo 20,000. Which gives us 200 million. Okay. Na sedi mihunu aponko ene wonga wote wonso no. Eni swade hunu muniye. Wowo uja ene afasibri ene sofe enkatabo. Na aponko nuti etete se jateti. Na uja eni wisi ni sofi ifri won enum wonam ohaw miensa yi so edi uja eni wisi eni sofi a ifri won enum no ekunkum enipa nchichemu miensa mu baako na aponko no ahoden wo won ano eni wondua emu na wondua no etese awo na ewuwo etiri na eno na wodi ipra. Verse 20 na enipa aka wankum won wo ohaw ahodo yi mu no ansachira won adwene emfiri won sano enwuma ho se woren sore ahohomone eni sika eni dwete eni yawa eni abo eni dua honi a ehunu ade na enti asem nanso entumi ennantie. Verse 21 na wansachira won adwen emfiri won ewudie ene won edutuo ne won edwamammo ene won krono eho. Amen. Yempepe asemnim yahu se after the fifth trumpet no we eye the great tribulation adia eba besi ewatiasefo asase so na sesa niema we sasisi isi asase we so a ubia only the seal of God after the fourth trumpet will be in serious danger. Now in the fifth trumpet you will say the attack was scheduled for one more any the seal of God. You can the seal of God that unyankopon ejina ye no unipa bia only the seal of God no unyankopon enso no ono ene ye masa intutume demons no kwan say womun torment wom. Okay. Now after torment no one more etiasi nyina both those with the mark of the beast and those with the seal of God no another event is coming to happen. And no ene ye eno na ye abenya etoso ensia na be etoso ensia no eye owuo ena yeba bekum atiasefo ye che nipa wasase mu nyina miensa ye mo kwan say yenku 1/3. Now there are some key figures in it say yehwe na yema Bible no ema yenchirimu ekakra de di kan ya che se obofo no ehyen aben no what can say on release the above wa yes ya chechere won ewo river Euphrates. Reading the English, say, and the seventh angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the seventh angel which had the trumpet, loose the four angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the four angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour, a day, and a month, and a year, for to slay the third part of men. So the question we first ask ourselves is, who are these four angels? Oma yachechiri wom ewo river Euphrates eho. Omo ye abofo ben. Yema Bible no enchirichirim kakra na yentumi hu abofo ku, because epi ebe wadwen say eyi nyame abofo. Enye nyame abofo. The Bible will speak for itself. Four angels have been bound on at river Euphrates. Euphrates nankasa no eye ensuo kesia. Baby a upeso hu Euphrates a ubehu was southwest Asia. Eye Asia mem southwest. Now it rises from Turkey. Peso tinkomoni. Baby a Euphrates arising from Turkey, east of Turkey. Now a flow through the south across Syria. Baby a Euphrates, because Obekaya Abraham made teachings about bleaching the skin. No, because same way me chirichirim. Baby a ensure na no ibiya den edida. It is the great Euphrates. You can find it at the southwest of Asia. It rises from the east of Turkey, flowing through across the south of Syria, and then Iraq to join river Tigris. This is where you're going to find the river Euphrates. The Okochrosemwa Ewabakosem Bebre, which of course, baby I would like to highlight Abakosem Kakra Ewum. Then say everything has been put in place for the great tribulation to take place. All right, let's go and find out about the four angels who were bound at river Euphrates. Now, the kind for Bible, no, these angels are certainly fallen angels. Ebra Satan ene nabofo no esaniaba asasi so no. Atreni di adanse se abofo ni bi ka ewiem. Ebi eka meposo. Ebi ba atiasefo asasi so. Ebi nso eka ensuum. Now, yenim say Nyankopon ede abofo ni bi egu enkonsom chains mu. We seal for the day of judgment. Eti abofo na ye said the sixth angel say unreleased woman. The sixth angel no ye the angel of God. The person who so ya eda sabofo intem. The sixth angel no ukra the trumpet no eye an angel of God. But the four angels na ya bind the wom ewo river Euphrates no. Eye ensuo Euphrates no. Womunye angels of God. They are fallen angels. Abofo a omaide omahwiase. The person sending so efama me. Okay, eti yenko ni yenko kenkan ensem no yema Bible no enkasa ema no ho. Number 1, Yamasa abofo banai ya chichiri wom river Euphrates ni say womu enkum 1/3 of a nipa ewasasi so. Now, so 1/3 there was it means that they've been given the power of death. And the book of Revelation said number 1, and yama miensa enomode babe dey eba bekum enipa owasasi so. Die di kan eye eja. Die toso mienu eye wusie smoke. Die toso miensa eye sofia kan sofia ebene ti se gas. So bekaya sa sofia no na Nyankopon togu Sodom and Gomorrah for so. What they say oman no. Sa de ma miensa wi ena sa abofo enai ede babe dey ede babe kum enipa ewasase so. na enyamo nkoa ena omoba foi ene kura the three weapons. Now there are battalions. When I say battalion, you were asrafwa womoba bedi sejuma wi. It is already from the beginning now. Osina was sign above 4 by 9 verse 15. Ah, wesiesi won ama edon ene edane bosome ene afise won kunkum eni penchichemu miesemu bako na meche say edoma wotete aponko no so no anosi 200 million. Etisa edom ye kom wasomi enye nyame abofo eye demons. Etina from the last trumpet no me can say mo amoti asasi so amose mo mfa mo ho merade na mo beye Satan enyuma mo be promote Satan edwuma modi mu nipadua ebebo adwaman aye niema entiri nyina no samo yesa niema ni nyina edeboa Satan na hindie ni kosoa na nke ye hwe ni mu se obema mo akatua. But unfortunately ono asa ba be hamo because Satan no nyankopon be ma ni tumi say ne ma woni omoye adwuma wasase so esori tie na hini no ono afa ohaw ne abebresenye den emre wom. It is a wotiasia. This is the time for you to run away from that dangerous day. So what they say, sa atroyentem sa great tribulation eba no. Se wa ma wo kwan amfa nkyerechira eba anya dwuma. I'm sorry. Edane beba o master bonsam ono ade sa be ma no tumi say omra me torment you. No sa me ku emfanye dey. Emfanka ho. Eti the army no a sorry 200 million. There is no single army in this world and on my be a wasasi so obetumi raise an army of 200 million, not even China, because the resources involved, the ammunitions involved, no country, even the superpowers, were not able to raise. According to the research the last world war, the second world war ended, the highest number of militia even during the Soviet Union now is 700,000 soldiers, but God is talking about 200 million, and these are not supernatural soldiers. These are demons who are prepared to kill those living on earth. And you should also know, say at this point, there was no segregation between those with the mark of the beast and those with the seal of God. In other words, wona eba besi wahano wamwa ewo onyankopon so ano no ebi befamawu, as well as wamwa ewo the mark of the beast. But of course, after owo something will happen which I will discuss. But first, let's go and find about above one you release you one free river Euphrates ye dika mom to me say omo meden omumra emekum eti yenhwe owo no a womode eba no. Okay, let me open the English as well so we will be able to mamimie English so enka ho. Let's get the English opened. All right. So for Bible, we're going to search about the above four. The power of death has been given them. So we go to Hebrews chapter number 2, verse number 14. Yanko Hebrew for ngomano. Etia eye mienu. Ninchiche mua eye dunai. Why? And obema a fair idea of above one. For no yama mukwan say omumeku 1/3 of enipa ewasasi so no. Hebrews chapter number 2 verse number 14. Etifian semosi osofu peni Yesu ede ono ara ne ho ebo afodie. Enti se emma no enya honam ani moja. Enti se emma na enya honam ni moja kro no bie no. Sa ara na ono enso fa emu bie. Se onam owu so ebetu de owo owu tumi a one bonsam no tie o Yesu Kristo man wo kwan se ono nso mewu sɛnea ɛbɛyɛ a deɛ ɔwɔ owuo tumi a ɔno ne bonsam adanti ɛna Bible no ka sɛ bonsam ɛwɔ owuo tumi. So ɔbɛkaeɛ a 1 Corinthians chapter number 15 bra mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ owuo tumi no a ɔsɛ bonsam wɔ no mebɛkyerɛ wo. 1 Corinthians chapter number 15 verse number 1 Corinthians chapter number 15 verse number 51. Okay, my main says in 55. My main says in 55. 1 Corinthians 15:55. The entire revelation ekase bonsam ewo owo to me. Reading the English, verse 4 says, since therefore the children share in flesh and blood, he himself likewise partook of the same things, that through death he might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is the devil. So the devil has power of death. The power of death now Satan, where did he get it from? 1 Corinthians 15 verse number 55, and I will end with 56. Or see, oh, wunkunim ewohe, wonwoi ewohe. Where is your sting and where is your victory, oh death? Verse 56. Owo enwoye ene boni na boni sutumi ene mara. 56 in the sentence. Or see, the sting of death is sin. Owo ne nwonwoye ene boni. Nete se boni ewo owo sutumi. In other words, se obi ye boni a owo no bede obewu. Eti adieba ene boni. Boni so eye mraton according to 1 John 3 verse 8 to 10 no. Eti so obi to mra nipa na ye boni wabeya obonefo. Eti so obeya obonefo dia ena na owo ewo tumi won so, because Romans 3:23, Romans chapter number 3 verse number 23, ye nyina ye kai asemo a osomafo Paul eka ye ewo Romans chapter number 3 verse number 23. Ose if we say won nyina aye boni na onyankopon ani onyam edei abon, won nyina aye boni na nyame ani onyam eti owo no die ejina wo mane se obi ye boni a na owo ababa edei ababaji no. And then again ye nyina nim se boni akatua, for the wages of sin is death. All right, eti if the wages of sin is death, there let us say bonsam a oye boni fo no or the power of death. Eti abofo for ya ye release wom no. Wom ye 4 angels, 4 fallen angels abofo miensa. Omusani every soro ebaye no. Ye manta wom reserve the power of death. Eti they been chained until this time. Bible no sign about bekasa ediaman ho, because the only angels that are chained ya manchiri wom and ya chichiri wom the angels of the devil or the fallen angels. They are the only angels that have been chained. Yanko Revelation chapter number 20. Revelation chapter number 20 verse number 2. It will give us a fair idea also about the angels bound at river Euphrates. You hear this itia eye edunu ninchichemu a eye mienu. Or say mamesa siem free one emfankusi tu no. Etifiase ode obonsam eto efiase. Na mehunu obofo bi a ofri soro risane a okura ebunu no ano safoa ene enkonsonkonson kesi bi. Na ochire otwiase owodada no a owodada ono ne bonsam no chechire no emfrisia pem. Now I'll read the English, but I have this Revelation chapter number 20, not chapter number 2. Chapter number 20 verse number 2, and starting from verse 1. Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, holding in his hand the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain. And he seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, who is the devil and Satan, and bound him for 1,000 years. 80. The only people who can be bound, angels who can be bound, are fallen angels. 80. The 4 angels now you release you the great river Euphrates no. Enye nyame abofo. Satan abofo na wo de won ba asase ni bi no. Na ye cheni wo mo ho. Nemo yesiesi wom edema atemu. Yanko 2 Peter 2 verse 4. Na omaye a better clarification of the matter. 2 Peter chapter number 2 verse number 4. Peter homa etoso mienu no. Itia eye mienu ni chichimu a eye enan. Yankenkan asemu a ewo ose etifia sem tetemremu asotwe ne ogye eho ehweso na se onyankopon amkora abofo a oye bone no, or refer to Satan abofo no, na emom odi isum kabi ahoma kyere wongu asamando amane hunu bunumu a ebunumu se wonfa wonsie atemu a tiu onfa wonsie atemu na say they've been kept in chains, they've been bound in chains until judgment. It's here the one see until atemu. Now before atemu no beba no, the great tribulation no, ye the one see because they are going to give back to one more the judgment of God. Eti owona eba besi ewa sasi so no, demons no sorry no, abofo na ye raise wom ye unchain wom from Euphrates no. As a sort here say they are not angels of God, they are fallen angels. And that is why there is going to be a great unrest. Now we go to the next issue. We hear they are bound in River Euphrates. So we let's try to get biblical connections with the river Euphrates. A couple of details about Euphrates, are very significant. Now, first, Euphrates is the farthest eastern boundary for Israel, the land of the promise. Yanko Kinkai, if you read, okay, we will not read, but I'm giving you the scriptures. So Kinkai, Genesis chapter number 15, verse number 18. And Deuteronomy chapter number 1, verse number 7. Ubeu se esio Euphrates no, and only the longest boundary of the promised land. It is a ubi crossing Euphrates. It is a wa crossway free the promised land where Israel was located. Now, secondly, Euphrates is connected to Babylon. 2 Kings chapter number 24, verse 7. Jeremiah 46, verse 2. And you know how important Babylon has played in the prophetic lines that we've been discussing over the months. In Revelation 14, 8, in 16, Revelation 16, verse 19, in Revelation 17, verse 5, in Revelation 18, verse 2. Babylon is always connected with history. All right. And then Euphrates is one hell of a river connecting Babylon. And young say, this fake religion, or sumi, and young say, the fallen angels, they were bound at river Euphrates. Now, near one more baby, they say at the end of the 5th trumpet, one more ba ababikum enipa ewasasi so emu enchichemu yechemu miensa omba bikum emu bako. And it is important for you to understand, say, during that time, no, na ye children of God, yengu ya yetiasi no, we will be affected by this torment and death. Can we say the fifth one dear, na ye torment, but we dear ye be kum. Eti enya fe ne eba betete wabrabo. Eye you go die, kill. Now owo no womo de niema miensa uja suffering and the wisi as recorded in verse 17, Revelation 9:17 to number 19. But after no, and the BB is see wo na eno na mepe say ya kenkai. Na enipa aka wenkum won ewo ohaw ahodo yimu no ansachira won adwene every won every won sano enwuma ho se onsori ahonhomone ani sika ne dwete ne yawa ne abo ani dua ahoni a ehunu ade na ente asem nanso entumi ennante na wansachira won adwene emfiri won awudi ene won edutuo ene won edwamammo ene won kro no eho. After say omakase owu ede atu nipa so na omakunkum 1/3 of enipa nyina no womo ebeka sase se obeka ye rade asem se die aben no etbumwa die oyefi ebe yefi na de obetene ebetene etino sene ye wotie no sa pepepe e na wobeka so atinkomo na se na after the sound of the sixth trumpet no ye free bibi akumeprim. Nobody will be willing to give up their evil ways because they are already sealed for such an event. And this morning I came to alert you once again. Say abeno uchumutai ebebo. So what you say uchumutai. The great tribulation eba. Na mino mi no enane da ye nemu ba no enye enapa. Israel etufo yengeradi Yesu Kristo dimu say you will not be able to withstand what is about coming if you don't have the seal of God. And it is important for you to understand say ye kwa ye be you can drop dead. It is a wound temodia eye. But so when wunda adie we beto asasi so you won't be able to escape it. It your radia sem say. So when kana no so even the elect obi to me losuo. So this is the sixth trumpet. Abenya etosu insia. Abofo no enye nyame abofo. The oshen aben no ene ye nyame abofo. But 200 million, all of them are demons. And the 4 angels bound at river Euphrates, they are also fallen angels who are very wicked. And they were given the power to kill 1/3. And at that time, it will be too late for anybody who does not have the seal of God. Empire Bonnie say, and Sunday be ra the seventh trumpet in the mono. Ye we 2 witness additional. Na what you mean at a wase. Na wedwane edabonea edaye ni muno. Afe mi bi kwan ediama esemisa. I think network nintin want to me and follow very abreast with me. And I might not be able to take your questions, but you can send them across on WhatsApp or Telegram. And then before Vespano, sunset, a yes sundown service, no, na me yi ano ede amamo. Yamompa na yemfa anopai additional emra na wie yeda wasi otumfo nyankopon we ne ade a we ede a kire oma ewie mremu the great tribulation aben etoso nsia onipa ye wo hwia enye yi timempa ibone se obebua wo mai na wo matumi agina pintin ahwehwe no kure kire kwan na se aben no bomu a watumi age okra no enkwa even if they going to die during that period. O Yesu Kristo de da so aye wo homedanim anwumra di so a kan ye ho kopim se e di ni nyina beba na wiye o Jesus Christ di munti amen. Ebo no minu pepepa meba na ya hye addition na se just so say network no e hadwen I will know what to do during that time. See you at 3 p.m. Bye.